Hello, welcome to Pharma Traffic Company. In this video, I will mainly introduce how to design a running schedule for the wireless system to guide the traffic. As you can see here, this is our wireless traffic signal controller. First, I will introduce all the communication settings for this master first. Step 1. Press down the test button and keep it pressed down there. Find something like this. Press the reset button and later the set button. Now you can see the number here is flashing. That means you can make a setting. Okay, please remember there is 3 pages here and this is the first page. The first page, as you can see here, there is no any dot here, and the number, the first number means the direction. Then as you know, we have 4 direction. One for north, 2 for east, 3 for south, and 4 for west. And the second number here, you can see number 2. That means there are 2 slaves working with this master. That means this number is stand for the quantity of the slaves. So let's go to the page 2. Okay, page 2 here you can see little 2 dots here. Okay, this page means the ID number. The ID number, no matter for the master and the slaves, they need to set with the same ID number so they can identify with each other, and then they will recognize themselves as in the same group. And here I will set the ID number as 6. Go to the page 3 and you can see the difference here, right? Okay, here only 1 dot, that means the page 3. And here this page is the channel number. The channel number is also is very important for the whole system, because you also need to set with the same channel number so they can communicate with each other and then exchange the information between themselves. And here I will set it as 8. So remember the ID number is 6 and the channel number is 8. So I have finished all the setting. So to exit from the setting status, press back the task button and then find this to press the reset button. So now this system will exchange their information and then work properly. After the configuration for the master, that does not mean the end of the whole setting. You also need to set the slaves, because they have to be set into the same ID number and the channel number. So let's do it now. Press down the task button and keep it there. Press reset and then set. Okay, the number is flashing. Okay, there is a little different from the master. This one does not mean the quantity of the slaves. Here is the sequence number of the slaves. That means this slave is the second slave. If it shows number 1, that means the first slave. And this the first number here also means the direction. As I mentioned before, 2 is for the east. Okay, let's go to page 2. 2 little dot means page 2. Okay, page 2, as I mentioned before, they have to be set into the same ID number and channel number, and page 2 is the ID number. Then for the master, before I set it as 6, so press the plus button to increase the number, then go to the page. Okay, this page, as you can see here, 08, that's what I have set for the master. So now the setting was finished. Exit from the setting status, press back the task button, and then press the reset button for once. Okay, if you have more slaves, you have to set like these steps one by one by yourself. After finishing the setting for the master and the slaves, you need this wireless communication module connected with your PC, so you can operate the software to design the running schedule for the wireless system. After plug the wireless communication module, you need to install this driver. Okay, because I don't have the English version, so just follow the steps as I show here. Click on install. Okay, so now the driver was installed into the PC, and click on confirm. Now after you install the driver, just go to your computer and then right click it, and you can see your device, my device or the device. Then here you can see a port. Okay, if your computer is an English version, you can see the word here is port. Okay, then after you double click it, you can see the name here, and remember the port here, COM3. Then double click it again and go to the second page. Then you need to change the remember, if this is not a 9600, you need to choose 9600 and then confirm it. Then find out the software and double click it. Okay, this is the interface of the software. First, we need to connect this software with the wireless system. You can see the icon here like flower. Click on it, and then you will go into the communication configuration page. This part you can change the language, and this part is to set the parameters to connect with the wireless system. The port here we have found before, and the channel number, it is the channel number of the master and the slaves, number 8. Then click on apply. Okay, next you need to set the group ID. The ID number is 6, and click on download. Okay, when you see the communicate completely, that means the wireless system and the software have been connected with each other now. Okay, the parameters above here I will not introduce. You can research it by yourself because it is not so important. Look here, local time. Local time is the time of your PC. If the time of your PC is the real time in your country, you can just click on download, and then this time will be saved into the wireless master. Come to this part. Okay, from the schedule list, it is obviously that you can set 30 schedules. So now how to design a schedule, a running schedule. I will show a presentation to explain how to design a running schedule and how to run the schedules within 24 hours to make it work cycle by cycle. After we connect the remote control with the wireless system successfully, what we need to do next is to design a running schedule for the system. And here I will take an example to show how I design a running schedule. And this is just an example. As you can see in the picture here, the green light in the west and the east, that means I release the vehicles from the west to the east, turning left and right, and also vehicles from the east to west, turning left and right. This is my first step, and the time remains 10 seconds. If you designed the running schedule by yourself, you can also set the time as 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Okay, next step. Okay, my second step, I will release the vehicles from west to the east, or east to the west, going straight. And this time, I can release the pedestrian in the south and the west, in the south and the north. Okay, this is my second step, and the time also the 10 seconds. Okay, the third step, vehicles from north to south and vehicles from south to north, turning left and right. And this time, no pedestrians. Also, the time is just 10 seconds. Okay, the fourth step. This step, I will release the vehicles from north to south and south to north, going straight. And the pedestrian here can also release. Okay, this is all my running schedule. You can also design by yourself. Okay, after we have designed a running schedule, we need to operate this schedule within 24 hours. So that's why we have the weekday plan and weekend plan. Okay, so so you can easy to understand the workday plan and holiday plan, right? The holiday plan is for the weekend, and the workday plan is for Monday to Friday. Then after we set the schedule, we will run the schedule within 24 hours, and we can also divide the 24 hours into different period, as you can see here. And my design for the workday plan or holiday plan is to just like the picture. So here, okay, different period and different period running different schedule. Okay, here you need to pay attention to the information here. The schedule number 31 and number 32. Number 31 means yellow flash in all directions. That means when you run this schedule, all the yellow light will flash all the time. And 32 is all the lights are turned off. That means if you run this schedule, if you run the schedule 32 in any period, and this period all the light will turn off. No yellow, no red, no green. Okay, so now you have already understand how to design a running schedule. So here, schedule 1, I have set a schedule before, and then the running time it remains 10 seconds. Now I will set another schedule 2, and then okay, the step 1, and the running time I will set 15 minutes. Okay, click on the schedule definition, then you can see this diagram, and this is to help you to design the phase for the crossroad. Okay, the first step, I will release the vehicles in this direction. We just need to set the green light. We don't need to set the red light because they will turn red, yellow by themselves. Okay, this is my first step. After that, click on add. and then it will turn to step 2. Also, the time is 15. Then this time I will release the vehicles going straight and the pedestrians. Okay, add. Now it will turn to step 3. Also 15 seconds. Then add. Okay, step 4, 15. Then click on add. Okay, so now you can click on save, then download. Okay, after you press download, the schedule 2 will be saved into the system. For now, I have the schedule 1 and schedule 2, and for my plan in the presentation, I will run the schedule 31 from 10 p.m. to 6 o'clock in the morning for the next day, because the midnight is the interval for 2 days. So I cannot set the time from 10 p.m. to 6 o'clock in the morning for the next day directly. So I have to divide them into 2 periods. So every plan have to begin from midnight. So the time here is 000. Then from midnight to 6 o'clock, I will run 31 schedule, then add. Okay, so now 6. Another schedule will begin from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then this time from 6 o'clock in the morning, I will run schedule number 1, add. Okay, and then in 12 o'clock, the schedule number 1 will be finished. That also means the beginning of the another period. So 12 o'clock, I will run the schedule, begin to run the schedule 2, then click on add, and then from 10 p.m. I will run the schedule 31. That means it is the finish for the schedule 2. So it should be 22. And this time the beginning for the 31. Add. Okay, so you can see here. This is all the list for how I run the schedules within 24 hours. Okay, click on download. Okay, completely. So this plan was saved into the wireless system, and the system will run this plan day by day. Okay, so there's still another function, but I will not introduce in details. If you want to know more, you can refer to the user menu. So the setting today is finished now. Thank you.